Hello, I'm Freya and I'm a STEM PhD student in the School of Engineering and Innovation. I'm investigating ways to reduce carbon emissions from residential heritage buildings while retaining their heritage values. I'm focusing on Cumbria and the Lake District National Park World Heritage Site. I'm about halfway through my fieldwork and I thought I'd share 8 of the unforeseen surprises and challenges that I've come across so far. Part of my research involves visiting heritage buildings to interview the owners about their heritage and environmental values and to conduct energy use assessments. Participants were selected through an online survey and have a wide variety of building ages and types. I have severe asthma and am allergic to cats, but I didn't realise this would be a research challenge until I started my fieldwork risk assessment. Each visit takes about 4 hours, and my cat limit is about 3 hours, so cattish visits have had to be split into 2 parts.
What is you?
I hadn't realised drinking tea would be so integral to research. I don't drink hot drinks, but when visiting people's houses, social norms call for them to offer you a hot beverage. There were some awkward pauses before I discovered a glass of water was an acceptable compromise. It's amazing how these things affect the social dynamic, and when you're asking about values, people need to be comfortable. On a more positive note though, I didn't expect that opportunities to eat biscuits would be an integral part of my fieldwork. You have to be careful though. I had to backtrack rapidly after suggesting to a lady that I didn't want to distract her with my questions so that her cake burnt. She raised her eyebrows and said, "I do not burn cakes." She must have forgiven me though, because when it was ready I was allowed to try a piece. And very tasty it was too. I discovered diplomacy was also called for when asking people about their energy behaviours. These behaviours are important, but poorly understood in heritage buildings. I had to quickly explain to one gentleman that the question, "How often do you shower?" was related to hot water use, not personal cleanliness. And here's an ethical dilemma that didn't come up in any training sessions. Is it bribery to accept 2 bags of flour from the owner of a heritage watermill? They made lovely pancakes though. I have to measure dimensions so I can create an energy simulation of the building and model different retrofit options. I have a laser measurer, so I just place it against one wall and point it across. Except, of course, when one participant has painters in during my visit and I can't touch the walls because of the wet paint. And just when I was getting the hang of fieldwork and starting to discover useful things, I must confess I hadn't factored a global health pandemic into my project plan. So, needless to say, all adventures are currently suspended. Stay safe, everyone. It would be too depressing to end there though, so instead, one of the things I'm researching is the carbon footprint of different retrofit options. Known as embodied carbon, this is important to consider as it could mean a retrofit uses more carbon than it actually saves. For some reason, when I discuss this with people, they talk about electric cars, so I'll leave you with my favourite quote from the research so far. "The government just doesn't think about the challenges of electric vehicles in rural areas. If I had a charging cable outside my cottage, the cows would eat it." Thanks for listening. Goodbye.